Happy moment to everyone. This is Parkesh Salomina, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Social Work, St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore. In this class, we are going to learn about approaches to the social work practices. So in this class, I am going to explain about the problem solving approach. Problem solving theory. This theory was propounded by Helen Harris Perlman in the book Social Casework, a Problem Solving Process. So this model stands for recognition that life is an problem solving process. When we are talking about life, each person will have their problem. No one we can identify without the problem. So the life is an problem solving process. Through problem solving process, individual or family is helped to cope up with their own problem. So it's helped the individual to face their problem with a more systematic manner. And if the particular person or the family members is finding difficult to cope up with the current situation, through the problem solving process, it can be rectified or they can be helped to overcome the problem. In short, the problem solving in casework, we have the following steps. Let us discuss one by one. There are 7 steps to solve a problem systematically. Step 1, identifying the problem. Step 2, setting the goal. Step 3, brainstorming options. Step 4, weighing and pros and cons. Step 5, selecting the best option. Step 6, creating an action plan. Step 7, evaluating the outcome. Let us discuss one by one. 1. Identifying the problem. A problem. Here we have already discussed in the component of social casework. Problem can be anything. It can be interpersonal or intrapersonal. It can be based on the relationship or it can be based on the economic, and problem is depend on the individual. So it can be unpleasant or undesirable event which is happened in our life. It can be any kind of interferes with caregivings, or it problem is kind of complex situation where the individual or the family members failed to approach the problem in a very expected manner, which means to solve the problem in a very desired manner. So let us look at 5 elements when identifying the problem. First of all, it should be identified who is involved. For example, if you are having any problem with your relationship or understanding your relationship, first of all, you identify the person who is having trouble in the relationship. Then what happens that lets you know it is the problem. So why the problem is occurred? What happens? The situation need to be analyzed. The next, when does it occurs the most? Then we have to discuss how often it occur, in which time period it occurs. Then we have to analyze where does it occur the most. For example, we have the relationship problem in the family or in the work sector. So we need to understand where it occurs the most. And the last, how you have to tried in the past to solve the problem. So obviously we need to discuss how we have reacted in the previous situation to the same problem. So basically we need to understand about the particular problem with these WH questions. 2. Setting the goal. Guidelines. Here I have given the guidelines for setting the goal. First of all, if you set the goal, it should be on your own. You have to have your own goals. We cannot adopt other person's goal which may not suit for our lifestyle. So the goal, it should be owned by you. Then it should be meaningful to you. If I am adapting some goal, it should match with my lifestyle, it should be adaptable to my lifestyle, and I should be following the same for the upcoming days, and it should be specific, clear, and stated in the behavioral terms. It's attainable and realistic. If you are preparing or if you are setting a goal, it should be attainable and realistic. We cannot imagine something and we cannot achieve it. Like if you are setting up some goal, it should be realistic and it should be attainable by you. It can be broken into steps if necessary. We cannot set the goal and it is the particular process, and if we are setting the goal, we need to have it in a step format if it is necessary, and it can be met in a time frame that is acceptable to you. The best strategy to achieve the goal is the action of the caregiver, not others. If you set the goal and you have to achieve the goal, or the person who cares you, they have direct you for achieving the goal. Then if the problem is an interpersonal one, the goal should be set from both parties in order to reach the best positive outcome. So we have already discussed about the interpersonal and intrapersonal one. Intrapersonal problem in the sense within the individual they have the problem. Interpersonal in the sense between the individual. So from the if between the individual they have problem, from each side they have to take a step to solve the problem. Step 3, brainstorming options. Let us understand what is brainstorming first. So brainstorming is the different ideas and different plan for the particular situation or particular problem. Let us gives the guidelines for brainstorming includes once a goal is set, try your best to come up with the series of options to solve the problem. If you have set the goal to prepare well for your exam, then you need to set for like I need to finish this unit within this hour, or within a day I need to cover these questions. Likewise, you have to set some goals and try your best by achieving that goal. And the option should come from you instead of other people, which means you have to motivate yourself to achieve the particular goal. If others motivating you to achieve, that motivation can be disappear over period of time. If you are self motivated, that can be sustained for a longer time. And quantity yields quality, the more the better, which means your effort should be in a quality manner. For example, if you are studying more questions with the time without understanding, we cannot able to rememberize for long time. If you understand and learn the question, then you can rememberize for your examination purpose. So the quality of achieving your goal is very important, which means we should not do the work for the sake. We have to do it in a more meaningful manner, and do not evaluate the option during brainstorm. So don't evaluate your goal process during the brainstorming procedures, and let them do it, and then you have to evaluate the procedure. Knowing the pros and cons of the problem or pros and cons of the goal which you set to achieve. If we are setting some goals, we need to consider the time, money, energy, and involvement of others, and so on. We need to consider ourselves first of all whether we can adapt this goal or we can adapt this situation, whether I am having such money to adapt the situation, whether I am having the free time to go with the procedure. So we need to know about the pros and cons of the situation before the process begins. Selecting the best option. So in the brainstorming session step, we could have come up with a different option for a problem. So from that we need to select the best option for that particular problem or a particular situation or issue. So if you are selecting that option, you will able to cope up with that particular situation. For example, you can take your time with this process and do not rush to make premature decision or selection. Do not rush up with any catchable idea. We need to understand more with each and different ideas. Okay, if you are given with such option to come up with the solution, you need to identify which option can be suitable for my lifestyle. Can I go with the particular option to solve the problem? Likewise, we have to understand and we have to go with the select the option which is suitable for your lifestyle. 6. Creating an action plan. Here I have attached some guidelines for creating an action plan. If you are adapting some points or if you are adapting some solution for your problem, you need to take an action plan so that the problem can be rectified. So in the action plan, you have to ask yourself what are the specific action I should take in the process and when I should take that. Then who will be involved in that particular situation. So all these should be considered in the action plan. And we also gives important to our effort and whether we are implementing the action plan in a very correct manner that closer towards your stated goals. If we are set up the goal, the action, it should be towards the achieving the particular goal. The last step, evaluating the outcome. If things went as planned, you have successfully learned the problem solving theory and ready to move on to other problem and other goal. If things doesn't go as well you planned, consider what worked and what doesn't work in your process and where to go from here. The important thing is that all your effort are to be commended. Thank you. I hope you have understood the problem solving approach. I'll meet you in the next class. Thank you.